The left of Mason. Here's the draw to the near side. Richard along the boards. Anton Stosny shoots one. Mason, rebound. Mason again. And they score! Mason stopped two shots. You can't ask more than that. The Hawks unable to clear the goal-crease area. It's 1-0 Quebec.
You said it. Mason made two marvelous saves, back-to-back saves, and finally put in on the third attempt. Draw won by the Nordiques. Anton Stosny slipped it through the skates of the defenseman. Right on goal. Mason made the first save. He makes the second save, and then Lafreniere puts it in finally on his third attempt. Well, you can't expect the goaltender to make more than two saves. He made the first save, made the second save. You expect it to be cleared or the player to be knocked down before he gets the third attempt. Lafreniere getting his 10th goal of the year on the power play.
Jason Lafreniere. Norman Rochefort cleared it to the neutral zone. Taken by Brown. Jeff Brown's pass deflects over the line. The Eagles a backhander and a save by Mason. And he hangs on. Early. Taken by Dave Manson. Meeting Steve Thomas. Now Noonan. Brian Noonan in over the line to the far side. Cuts in, shooting. He scores! Brian Noonan. I think Brunetta got a piece of it with his stick, but it snuck inside the near post. And the Hawks tie the game at 1.
Well, Brian Noonan has had an excellent month. He's been playing with more and more confidence and intensity with every game. Nice little move to get around the poke check, and then he cuts in around the defenseman. From the dot, lets a wrist shot go through the legs of Brunetta. He got a piece of it with the back of his skate, but it had enough momentum. It hit the post and went in to tie the game at 7:15. Some nice stick handling by Brian Noonan and a good low wrist shot.
On right wing. And now behind the play, here's Vincelette going after Moeller. Vincelette got in a right. Now Moeller 2, 3, 4, 5 rights. All to the side of the helmet, it appeared. And now they're standing there slugging it out, and Moeller getting the edge as the fight goes along. And now the linesmen get in there. Dan Vincelette and Randy Moeller in a scuffle.
Nordiques 19th overall in penalty killing, so the Hawks should be able to get some chances.
Savard into the Quebec zone, stops in the near circle, centered Larmer, he scores! Steve Larmer left alone right between the circles. Savard found him and bang. 2-1 Hawks.
Everyone focusing on Savard. They forgot about the middle of the slot area, and just about a 10-foot pass. Savard to Larmer. Larmer turns and fires a bullet past the glove hand of Brunetta. Larmer with a great wrist shot. And Savard with a quick little short pass right onto the stick. 8 to 10-foot pass, and bang, Larmer with a blast.
Now Brown to the far side, and Goulet shovels it out to center ice. Bouncing there to the Nordiques. Here's Peter Stosny over the line. Moves right in front. Still holding on. Shooting. He scores! Peter Stosny held on to it forever and eventually worked it.
You can't give Stosny that much room and that much time. He breaks out on a 2-on-1. It was Brown, the defenseman, that caught up with him. It was almost offside. It was Thomas, a winger back. Stosny faked. Thomas went down not once but twice. Mason played it right, moved to his right, didn't go down, and finally Stosny stopped, shoveled it over to his backhand, and then slid it under the stick of Mason for a pretty goal by Stosny. All kinds of time. Look at that little move. He pulled it to his backhand and chipped it past Mason. Mason had good position until that quick little move from the forehand.
Just a veteran move. He had full control of the puck and never got flustered. Here come the Nordiques again, along shot. No goal. They say it was a high stick. The Nordiques will argue, but referee McCreary saying it was deflected in with a stick above the shoulder.
Jackson breaking down the left wing, let it go. It was a high, hard one. Mason got the blocker on it, deflected up over his head. And the winger came in and batted it down. The right winger let it rip. Jeff Brown coming in from his defense position, who's very offensive-minded.
Zone, we're still tied at 2. Bob McGill for Savard on the move at center, races over the line, put it to Larmer, right in, and a save by Brunetta, rebound McGill. He chopped it wide. Here's Larmer holding it in, put it to Bergevin, the long shot, Brunetta, rebound, deflecting in front. Brunetta grappling for it, finally gets the handle on it. And to Peter Stastny over the line, got around McGill to the corner, centered one, came through to the near side, Anton Stastny. Anton hanging on, now fakes the shot, walks in, centered one, it's knocked away by Mason. Stastny gets it back to Richard, fires! Right into the near circle from his point position, and it's 3-2 Quebec.
The rookie free agent moved in. He was in deep as the box collapsed in close. Richard moved into the hash marks. The pass on the stick, bang, he beats Mason with a high one to the stick side. Anton Stastny. The four Hawk defenders are in close inside the hash marks, giving Richard all kinds of room to move in from his point position. The forward playing the right point.
Savard clearing to center ice, now bouncing around to the Hawk zone. Lambert gets to it, cuts in, shoots, and a save by Mason. And it's deflected just wide of the near post. And it's cleared to center. Anton Stastny's pass stolen by Cassidy. Then he lost it. Peter Stastny is in. He shoots, and a save by Mason. And may have gotten a piece of the post as well. Anton Stastny. Over to the far side, Cassidy bounced it away to Savard. Dennis Savard again, one-hand stick handling, turns over the line, the full spinorama, centered one, right in Larmer, and a save by Brunetta. What a rush by Savard to put Larmer in, but Brunetta beat him. And now Albaline for Quebec. Cleared it to center, up the middle for Goulet. He scores! Michel Goulet, after the Nordiques got the big save at one end, they score at the other end, 4-2 Quebec.
Goulet just muscled it past Mason. Mason got a piece of it. Goulet with the perfect pass broke in all alone after Brunetta robbed Steve Larmer. As Savard put on a display of stick handling, Goulet splits the defense. Mason gets a piece of it, and it trickles into the net. Well, a turnaround there. Instead of being 3-3, it's 4-2 Quebec. With 26 seconds to go in the period, Goulet all alone.
Anton back of his own net, put it to the far side, took a funny hop off the glass. Peter Stastny could have a breakaway. As a result, he moves in, and a save by Mason. Rebound to Vincelette on the far side. Back come the Hawks now. Ludzik in over the line, left it for Sutter. He centered one, deflected away from Vincelette in front. Moving the Hawks back, gave it to Sutter over the line. Tied up along the boards. Thomas into the corner, took a hit from Huff. Now back of the net for Sutter. Sutter to the near side. Manson. Here's the centering pass. Thomas put it in front. Sutter over net. He can't find it. And then shot it wide. And a penalty coming up to Quebec.
Power play chance.
Dennis Savard in the far corner. Side of the net to Graham. Centered in. A shot. They score. Peter Stastny, I believe, deflected it by Brunetta. And then Larmer finished it off by burying it. And the Hawks cash in on the power play. Larmer's second of the game. It's 4-3 now in favor of the Nordiques.
Savard gets it to Graham at the right of Brunetta. He tries to pass it. It's deflected by Stastny. He tried to one-hand it towards his goaltender. Almost put it in his own net. It was right on the goal line, and Steve Larmer made sure he just hacked it in from in close. The puck would hit the post on Stastny's one-handed deflected attempt to Brunetta, and Larmer puts it in for his second of the game. And
the Nordiques, Anton Stastny got it ahead to brother Peter. Peter Stastny over the Hawk line, centered, and Stastny! Anton Stastny, his first goal and fourth point of the game. It's 5-3 Nordiques.
Obviously, someone blew an assignment, and Anton Stastny, the right winger, all alone breaking in on the near board. Peter Stastny cuts across. Cassidy commits the drop pass, and Stastny, Anton that is all alone, and he musts it past Mason. Big goal there to make it 5-3 with 16:54 to go in the game. Nice drop pass, but someone lets Anton Stastny go. The right winger, Stastny all alone.
Now Murray got it to Cassidy. Bruce Cassidy for Savard. He splits the defense. He's in. He shoots. He scores! Dennis Savard off the feed from Cassidy, who put him in cold turkey. And the Hawks now down by 1, 5-4.
Nice pass from Cassidy. It appeared that the Hawk power play was going nowhere. Cassidy just over his line. Savard just at the Nordique line. No one there. The quick pass. Cassidy, pinpoint accuracy. Savard breaks in, keeps his head up, takes a look, sees where the goaltender is, fakes to his left, goes to his right, keeps it on his forehand, and tucks it in from a sharp angle to make it 5-4. A power play goal.
Now lost it to Goulet. Michel Goulet into the Chicago end. Trying to feed the trailer, but Santa Paz broke it up. Now came loose to Peter Stastny, trying to center it. Goulet in traffic, shoot, and a save by Mason. As Goulet got off the shot while being hauled down, and now the whistle sounds. As Goulet, I think, maybe got a stick. Here's the play now back into the Hawk zone. Nyland brings it around to the near side. Thomas bounce it to center. Graham hits the line, steams for the net. A shot and a save. Rebound. They score! Brunetta mishandled it. It bounced, I think, off the skate of somebody and into the net. With 2:12 to go, the Hawks tie the game.
Dirk Graham, give him the credit. He cuts in, fends off the defender, goes to his backhand on the off wing from a sharp angle. The high hard one. Bob Murray comes in, and he swatted it away from Brunetta, past Brunetta into the net to tie the game with 2:12 to go. Bob Murray came in and knocked it away from Brunetta as he caught up with the play. He saw an opportunity. He saw Graham go to the...
A little early birthday present for 8-year-old Kevin from Papa. The game is tied. Now a steal. Here's a shot. Mason the save as the Nordiques had a chance. Clearing it back to center ice. Taken by Steve Larmer with 2 goals today. Put it over the line to Ludzik. Cuts for the net. Shooting. Brunetta the save. Rebound back of the goal. After it there. Cleared it not out. Now the time runs out in the third period. We're heading to overtime for this. His pass picked off by Duchesne. Ahead for Peter Stastny over the line. Cuts in. Now winds up behind the net. Referee McCreary indicate. I'll tell you, if that goal came off, the Hawks ought to be getting a penalty. There were no Nordique players around. Dropped it into the corner, Duchesne. Now Peter digs it out. Centered Anton. Fired it wide. Rebound. Brown near corner. Turns behind the net. Walks in. Shoot. And a save by Mason. Jeff Brown with the puck behind the Hawk goal. Our side. Roy Murray bounced it to center. And that's going to do it for this game. The Blackhawks play their second straight tie. In overtime, the Nordiques had 3 shots on goal. The Blackhawks had 4. And the game totaled 33 Quebec shots and 27.